So, sorry. This is my last meal, dinner, while on holidays. So this is what it looks like. It's still messy, but by tomorrow it'll be all cleaned up. So the food amount was good. It lasted. I had it for lunch today. I had it for dinner last night, and I'm not overdone. Like, I don't feel like I'm overdoing anything, so that's really good. Out of these two, I still like this one the best. It just has more to it. It has the most taste. This is nice. I usually like this over other pizzas, but this time I like this one more. But the only trouble is it's really spicy. You definitely need I need 3 glasses of drink to get through lunch today. So it's like all these jalapenos that are on it, very spicy. I'm used to eating pickled jalapenos, and I'm always like, jalapenos aren't very spicy, are they? They're just like a taste factor. But when they're not pickled, they are very spicy. They're like a chili. I got the mini bird's eye chili, and I also got a little what do you call them? A really fiery hot chili that grows really small at first, but I think it gets bigger. I've had the plants before, Harabino chili or something, and but I'm excited about the bird's eye because they're the hottest little chilies in the world, and they're ultra small. They're like the tip of your pinky, like to the nail, or maybe a bit longer to the knuckle. They're really small, but they're really powerful. I like them. Last time I checked, I really like them. One of my favorite kinds of chilies. I also like the long, skinny red ones. I was going to buy them, but I thought, no, I'm going to buy these other two. There's a long, skinny one that you can buy, and it when you touch it, it can transfer, like, make blisters on your skin. It's that hot. And you can't rub your eyes because you'll get burns on or swelling. And they're sold still, but they're not actually as healthy for you as these other chilies. And I was like, to my memory, you don't buy that one because it's a little unhealthy. You might get an allergic reaction. The others are safer. They're just hot, and whereas that one, it can go all over the place. And so I didn't buy that one, even though, like, when I was young, we had a bush of this long, skinny, a particular chili in our backyard, and we really liked it, and I really loved the taste of them. I just sort of feel like I'm tasting something that, I really enjoy, but there's an unhealthy factor to it. So it's like, and I think people say it's a little too hot or something, and it can cause allergic reactions like burns and welts, and if you're a little allergic, you might get a breathing problem, or you might get a skin problem because it's so hot, like it's a burning chili. But I used to love them. I used to pick them off the tree and just eat them. But I was like, no, I'm gonna get the other two, because I remember that at some stage I grew this plant, and I had an allergic reaction to it, like when I was in my 20s or something. And I had to get rid of it and replace it with a different kind of chili. So I went for the safer kind that you most likely won't get an allergic reaction, but you'll get that spicy chili factor with it. So this is my trash pile. I don't know if I have to, like, go down the hole and chuck it in the bin where they'll clear it up for me. But I must say I really like those onion rings. But in compared to value, The chips are much higher value. I just didn't think I could eat like a big wad of flavored chips. Because the chips, you get a long skinny tray for the same price as that little box of onion rings. So value compare, the chips are a better value because you get a really long box. But because I was concerned about filling myself up too much, I was like, I better get this, what I thought would be a smaller serve, and not these long starchy chips. And above a hunk of bread, it would be like a little, probably a little too much. And I was like, better get the onion rings. It's just onion with batter on the top. It's not going to be as filling. Despite feeling that that was the best choice, but value compare, the chips are the better value. So I'm so happy because these little bits of paper, I put I found a bug, a fly thingy in my tea, and it was floating. Oh, there it is. I was going to say it flew away. It must have survived, but it's right there. It fell off the tissue. But I was going to say, oh, I'm really happy because it seems to have flown away and survived, but it's right there next to it. But the that little piece of paper had a cockroach on it, and it was still alive. It just wasn't moving when I picked it up, and I put it to the side so I wouldn't step on it. I found it over here near the front door. And I think when I had opened the fridge, I had knocked it onto the floor, so it seemed to lay there on the tissue for a little while, but it's crumbled away since. So it's not there anymore. But I was going to say, I'm really happy because I seem to have saved 2 bugs today, but finding that little flying insect there, it's just one of the 2 that survived.